I do want to mention, all right, so we want to wrap up the show, but I do want to mention we're very excited. It looks like we're almost to the point where we're going to be dipping our toes, launching the Sacred Prophet product, where you're going to be able to get access to the indicators. You're going to be able to get access to some exclusive shows with us. We're really going to be ramping into gear here. I know you guys have been watching these charts with me week by week. All 4,000 of you. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. Love each and every one of my acolytes. But time to get these tools into your own hands. Now, some of you guys have it already. You've already messaged me. You have access to it, but I want you to have a way of getting access to more. Plus, people who messaged me, they didn't even get access to all the indicators. I have like 40 indicators. We don't even go through all of those. You guys see stuff on my charts, and you're like, how do I get that? I haven't even talked about those yet. They're from cycles. They're from the holy set. They're in tomes. There's all kinds of different things coming down the pike. So that'll be we're going to start opening the doors this week, and let's see how that works. Let's confirm with no guarantee. We'll confirm with the developers, see everything can be set up properly. But that's exciting, and we're going to be a consensus. If you guys are a consensus, Peter, your boy Peter and Tom will be there. Don't touch us. Don't come up to us or even look at us really. But if you see us and you like post on Twitter, that's great. Like that's the kind of interaction I want. Like, what's the use of you wasting your breath talking to me in person?
No.
What can I do with that? I can't share that.
Yeah,
I can't do anything with that. What you want to be doing is putting it online. And you know what? If you post online and then you come up to me and say, "Hey, Tom, I posted this thing online," and you show it to me, then we have something to talk about. We have something that I care, where there's a reason for me to, because you have to understand, Peter, I'm constantly in connection with the Lord of Liquidity. And when some pleb comes up to me and just wants to shake my hand for nothing, I go, "Where's your tithe? Give your 10%. Give 10% of your tweets got to go to the old Sacred Prophet over here. How else you to get to the promised land?" So that's what I want. That's what I want.
That's what you want. Okay.
And I'll be a nice guy. Well, you show me those tweets. You better show me those tweets. And if it's a Facebook post, excommunicated. God.
So
dang it. Dang it. All right.
Oh, God.
I don't want them to be disappointed. And more importantly, I don't want to be disappointed in them.
I think you'll be fine. I don't think anybody's going to walk up to you.
All right. I hope you're excited, Peter.
I'm very excited. They got lots to do. I'm nervous.
Our 2-day trip turned into a 5-day trip, but
yeah,
might as well. A lot of things to film, a lot of people to see. I hope I get to interview old Charles Hoskinson. Frankly, he's the only person I really want to. No, I want to interview him. I want to interview someone from Story. I want to interview someone from Rumble. I'll have to.
What would you ask Chuck?
Charlie, what I'm going to ask him, Hosky, what I want to know is, I don't think enough people. Two things. I want him to really know that there's people who are not like tech oriented in the way that like developers are, who very much appreciate what he's created and the example that he set. I think he's the kind of a person that if it was, he has found in father energy. And you know, you look back at the stories of John Adams and of Alexander Hamilton and whatever, and these people rose against adversity, try to make something of themselves and became something greater in a time, and they weren't even going to live at the time that they saw. And you show me the difference between starting a nation and starting a multi-billion-dollar cryptocurrency ecosystem, constitution, bringing together people all around the world. I don't see how that's much different than the United States. Like, I really don't. And I don't like that that's not said more. Sorry, what'd you say?
Doesn't involve weapons.
Right. But it doesn't, but it's like people ostracized from the existing system wanted to start something new in a barren land that they had to cultivate themselves, not knowing what it could turn into. With hostile forces there, they don't know how to interact with. All that seems like the same ingredients. I feel like I'm part of the same energy. And it sort of annoys me that people in, even people who like Cardano, don't like begin the conversation with that. Like, no, this thing is not just some cryptocurrency. like Pepe or SafeMoon. That's not what this is. Just like how Bitcoin was revolutionary in its own right, and Ethereum revolutionary in their own right, and a bunch of these other ones. The thing that's revolutionary about Cardano is how they went about it and what it actually turned into.
Totally.
You can't show me a second one that's like this. And that to me is actually matters. And it feels very founder energy. The second part is I want to know more about the where he's expecting to see the fire take place, the hype take place. Not in terms of like what are the things on the back burner in the space that he just doesn't think we've appreciated just how fire that might be. And I want him to get it as succinct as possible. I'm going to try to get it as succinct as possible as him. And I want to feel that sensationalism from him. I want to see what's inside of his heart, what he's actually excited by. I know he's excited by Midnight Token. So I'll just throw that out there just so he doesn't have to talk about it, because I'm excited about that too. But I really want to see what are the deals, what are the things that are coming that we're just not hearing about. Because if I have to hear one more person ask him just the most generic freaking questions, excommunicated. So I'm excited to have those conversations there.
That question kind of makes you feel like OpenAI, where they're like, they have the large language model. Okay, it's great, it's amazing, everybody got used to it. Then they come out with Sora, and okay, it's cool, but people don't really use. They do these. It can see your apps and voice and all that, but then they come out with image generation.
Right.
And people freaking lose their minds, and they're like, this was the thing. So what's that thing for Cardano? What's the thing that's on the back burner? Maybe you even underestimated, but it comes out and it's amazing. What I want to know, and I don't know if this is a question for Charles or Cardano, but I want to know, when is it going to happen where I can transfer Bitcoin to someone or crypto to someone and not like be puckering my whole, like, holy smokes, man, I gotta stop living this fear, and I gotta be checking these long strings. Like, how is the average person gonna do this? There's no way we're gonna get mainstream adoption of people like, you better check that address, and hackers can swap the address with your copy and paste, and you're like, what the hell is this? This is so much fear.
Well, I understand that, but it's like that's like when shares or bonds, bearer bonds,
right?
Where, well, if you wherever the bond was, whoever had it owned it. Like, they could cash it. There was not tied to your name or anything like that. And that's sort of like how I see this. Like, can you imagine before? So we talk about this stuff, but we're used to our money being in a bank somewhere, right? Can you imagine that your house went up in flames and your money was burnt, right? Mm-hmm. Or someone just took your gold off of you, some cut purse or whatever. That to me is how it feels in the crypto space. Sometimes your thing could just go up in flames. Right. People go, did you have a safe? Well, I thought I had a safe. Did you have a Smith & Wesson safe? No, I didn't have a Smith. Oh, well, then your thing is gone. And you just like, that's what happens sometimes. And I'll go die of dysentery in the woods somewhere. That's what it feels like. So what I want is not for crypto to change. What I want is for the new institutions to start. I want for the first, what's going to be the new institutions for the next 80 years. That's what I want to see. And so that's what I would want, like, Cardano to talk about and pioneer. They're already trying to do that with governance. So it started off like with the process, but where is our contract law? Where do disagreements get resolved? What kind of what's the pipeline for that funding? That's not just everyone has to go to the same place, where there's different institutions who have different access to it, so that you can appeal for different reasons. What are the government programs, if there's going to be government programs? I want to see more of those sort of things, because once those things happen, well, then people will have their money in an equivalent of a bank, the next generation of that, without having to deal with the underlying crypto issue. That'll be up to the institution to worry about, and you'll have insurance at the institution the same way that you have at FDIC, bank coverage if something's lost or blah, blah, blah. That's how I see it anyway.
All right. Well,
I did want to ask you, we were talking about doing what do you call it? A vibe stream? What are those lo-fi streams called? Like what we are talking about the other day, where people can tune in and they can hear some music. They hear some
soundscape, something like that. Cityscape.
I don't know. But I was interested to see if anybody out there is interested. If you're like me and you work at home, you work remote, and you sort of feel like lonely, or I thought it might be nice for us to set up basically a permanent live stream or a near permanent live stream where we have either me or Peter or both of us set up in rooms, and you can sort of watch the live stream and you'll hear a little bit of talking. You'll hear some of the videos that I've been watching. You get some breaking news. You get some nice music. Just like being in,
Get to see you
and get to see me code, right? Get to be like in an office space, and you get things more off the dome as they happen. Trade setups that I think are particularly interesting. Just to shoot that out there, because I know I would love to see that, like just having something up in a room and someone like me, just like me specifically, there to watch, and just have that on in the background for 3 to 4 hours a day. I'm just curious if anybody else would like something like that, a permanent live stream experience like that, or if you're consuming anything like that already, you can send it over my way. That'd be interesting. But did you do any research after that, Peter? Did you see if anyone was doing anything similar to what we're talking about?
No, I haven't done any research. I've experienced kind of things like that with Twitch, but mostly they're speaking to you or directing to you or just playing music. Playing music is the
Right.
closest thing that I've seen that. I love the playing music thing, but yeah, nothing like this exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll be it for this week. We're going to be back next Sunday, as always, with more Sunday Fuel, because you guys are my children, and I will not abandon my flock.